Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Charles with CE Snyder Marketing LLC, and this is the next episode of My Personal Brand. Today, I want to reflect a little bit about where I've been, where I'm heading, stuff like that. And well, it all started off this morning when I woke up. I had a lot of these questions in the back of my mind of where am I going? What kind of difference am I making? What kind of impact am I having? And it all ties in with a lot of other stuff that I've been dealing with since last year, the whole new website, working on all that stuff. In the past 2 months, I really haven't been producing a whole lot of content. There's a couple reasons for that. Obviously, the main reason is working on the website, getting all that stuff straightened out. But the other part of the reason that I haven't really talked about a whole lot is, and I talked about this, I forget which article it was, but basically I talked before about the 80-20 rule. We spend 80% of our time working on a lot of stuff that we shouldn't, and only about 20% of the time that actually produces some profit. I'm trying to flip that on its head and spend 80% of the time, 80% of my time working on stuff that produces profit, and 20% of the time on everything else, such as these videos, the website, everything else. So I failed. I've been failing miserably at that. Well, let me back up. Let me first talk about some of the wins that I've had. Some of the wins is I've gotten a lot of this stuff fixed with the website. It's not complete. I haven't gotten through all the old articles and stuff like I wanted to get all the SEO, search engine optimization, done that I wanted to on the website. I've launched this new series of uh, articles and videos, my personal brand, to help with my branding efforts. And I've launched the pre sale of the Marketing Ninja Weekly Kicks Club. I've gotten that done. But what I've failed at is, like I said, not spending 80% of my time on profit producing activities, such as getting the advertisement done for the pre-sale launch of Marketing Ninja Weekly Kick Club. And probably one of the biggest challenges I face is this juggling act of doing the content creation, the branding and stuff like that, and also working on the marketing, which is what I'm in business to do, marketing. So that's been one of my biggest challenges. And to be honest with you, it's still a challenge because, well, as a marketing company, I need to do marketing. And some of the marketing I need to do is getting some more customers for myself, as well as getting ads like for the Marketing Ninja Weekly Kick Club done for the Black Friday promotion. That's probably one of my biggest challenges is balancing that time in the proper proportions to increase sales, which is very important. But the other thing, it just occurred to me. Well, it didn't just occur to me, but maybe I got a little more clarity on it in this past moment is I have to do the sales in order to increase sales, income for the business, so that I can start looking at after the first of the year, at least getting like at the bare minimum, like a virtual assistant to give me a hand with taking some of this stuff off of my plate so that I can focus more on sales and producing content and doing branding. It's one of the things I really struggle with because I like doing this kind of stuff, but the bottom line is, this is a long term play that I'm doing here with the brand building aspect of it. Yes, this is paying dividends already. It's getting people's attention. People like it, and that's one aspect of it. But it doesn't produce income right now. And what I need is to make income right now so that after the first of the year, I can look at bringing on a virtual assistant so I have more time to do these kind of things and focus more on just the creative, yeah, more the creative aspect of this whole movement that we're part of, that I'm building, that we're all part of. So I mean, that's one of the biggest struggles that I have is, and it's more of a case, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I have no one else to blame but me because I keep on allowing myself to get, pulled off tangent for all these other things. But the bottom line is it's not really going to take off until I can take some of this, uh, the daily operational mundane stuff that doesn't really need my attention that, I can train someone else to do so that I can focus on the marketing and sales as well as the content creative part of it, content creation, being creative, doing all this other stuff. So that's the biggest thing I'm struggling with. Looking back, especially since I started this whole series about 2 weeks ago, but I got to get busy and get the Black Friday promotional part of it done. I got to get that posted. And even that is kind of, I don't know if it's kind of like a gray area because there's going to be a lot of content creation involved with that as well on a weekly basis, but it's weekly. So it's not too bad. But the main thing is I want to be able to uh, really focus on helping folks once this gets launched. So again, that comes back to is I need to get busy with the sales and marketing aspect of it to hire a virtual at the bare minimum. I need the virtual assistant to just answer phones, emails, stuff like that. Do some account management stuff, that needs to be done on a daily basis so that I can spend 80% of my time on helping people, giving them valuable content, and producing profits for their businesses as well as my agency. So that's kind of where I'm at. And I've struggled, I've been struggling with that. That's why I've been struggling with some of that stuff. And it really occurred to me, like, when I first woke up this morning, I was in a fog, man. It was just, I don't know, I guess the weather or whatever, but I needed a cup of coffee. So then it finally hit me once, the caffeine helped, but I'm not talking about the caffeine. But it finally hit me that this is all about feedback. Feedback for me and my agency, as well as feedback for you as the follower, the consumer of this content that we are creating, and especially for the members of the Marketing Ninja Weekly Kick Club. It's a two-way street. It's communication plus it's an opportunity for everybody to get involved because, and as I write in the actual article, but I want to start building a conversation. I want to develop a dialogue between us talking about these kind of things, marketing and sales. What kind of impact are you out to create? How can we help you create the impact you're looking to create? What would you like to mastermind about? What courses would you like to see? What courses would you like to see us develop for you? Tell me. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation about what courses and such, what kind of learning content, webinars would you guys like to see? I'm going to have to edit the hell out of this because I'm trying to keep these under 10 minutes. 10 videos under 10 minutes seem to work out a lot better than the longer content. So keep that in mind when you're doing your videos, keep them under 10 minutes if you can. But anyway, I want to give some shout outs today. And again, I have this written in the article, but I do want to give some shout outs today. I mean, particularly to my fiance, Anne. She's really supported me through some really tough spot, coming out of a tough spot in my life. And she's really supported me a lot while I'm doing this whole thing of, trying to get more customers for the business, build it up. I want to thank my parents, my father, Charles Skip Snyder, and my mother, Carol. They have both supported me, especially here in the last couple of months when I've been, really starting to do this whole branding thing. They've thrown their support in there. My sister and her husband have helped. Uh, my sister Nina and her husband John, my niece and nephew. Um, but I really want to give like a shout out to my business coaches, Billy Shaw, Leah Allen. I want to give a shout out to my mentors, Robin Alex, Matt Plapp. Want to talk about, my friends who have supported me as well. Rich, Hawk, Gary. Um, I got to read off the. I'm looking at the list here on the website. It's pretty sad, but I mean, there's just been so many people and so many different aspects of my life supported me, especially in the last couple years with the revamping of the business and everything else like that. It's just, I can't thank them all enough. And then, of course, we also got, like our community members, especially like Brooke Cheney, Michael Mazzina, Curry. I, I'm sorry if I butcher your name, Curry. I remember you told me to call you that. Curry Mahamba, Jason Snyder, Precious Recaro, Brian Chris, Dylan Todd Hunter, Gabriel Monash, Scott Favor, Susan Mell, Brian Graham, Philip Weston, and that's just naming a few of them. I can't, I could sit here for an hour just rattling off names of all the people that really helped with this. So I'm going to cut it off at that. Please, again, I definitely want your feedback. Let me know how we can best serve you. Let me know how I can help you. And with that, I'm out of here. Happy Friday. Love, peace, and chicken grease.